Hi y'all, it's currently 10 p.m. and I am going to do a 24-hour readathon. Why, you may ask? One, why not? Two, we are fast approaching on my timeline of Halloween week, and there are a bunch of Halloween reads that I did not get to during most of October. And why not just do them all at once, or try to do them all at once and see what happens in 24 hours. So I'm gonna go from 10 p.m. to 10 p.m. and we're gonna see what happens. I have 5 books that I'd like to read. I'm doubtful I will read all 5 of them. I'm gonna shoot for 3, but that is the plan. Let me show you all my setup though, my setup for this moment. So this is where I normally sleep. I kind of have a weird relationship with sleep right now. I don't sleep great in this room. It's just something about it where like I never found artwork for this wall and I hate it in here. So we have moved this setup somewhere else. Ignore the dishwasher. We have moved it into here, meaning I blew up my air mattress that I used for guests. We have New Girl on right now because that's a comfort show for me. We've got my Halloween decorations. We've got my little light up ghosts. I just wanted somewhere cozy to do this video in and also try out a different sleeping situation to see if I can break my poor sleeping habits here. I probably should have waited to start this whole video after my dishwasher was done running / waited to run my dishwasher, but I don't have any mugs, so that's where we're at. I don't know how much I'm going to be sleeping. I will probably be sleeping though, because I like to sleep, but I'm gonna stay up for as long as I can handle. We're gonna start with a doozy, a real doozy. I wanna listen to an audiobook because I'm pretty tired right now already, and I wanna play Animal Crossing. So we're gonna listen to In Her Pumpkin Patch. I discovered this book on Scribd. It looks hysterical. I don't know. I think it'll be quite the trip. So I don't know anything about it. I don't know anything about this author. It's just the title, the cover. I mean, what else is there to say? The hair just keeps getting floofier. She has a failed baking YouTube channel. I want to know what failure means to her, because I think by all accounts I have a failed booktube channel, but I'm still here and you don't see me complaining except for like when I complain a lot. The concept of this book is a failing journalist / failing, as we now know, YouTuber, baker, whatever they're called, and her mother who like put her daughter in the foster care system. And she's like a rich lady who runs a magazine who won't give her daughter opportunities even though she's a journalist, so like nepotism doesn't work in this situation. Anyway, she, the main character, is going to work at a pharmaceutical company as a temp, and her mother wants her to write an expose, and there are a bunch of hot brothers who work at this place. This is legitimately wild, and I'm fascinated to know what it has to do with In Her Pumpkin Patch. The pharmaceutical boys, their daddy runs a polygamous cult. It gets better. It's an ASMR baking YouTube channel. Does she want to be an ASMR baking YouTube sensation? Does she want to be a journalist? Does she want to be a journalist that works for her mother to expose a polygamous pharmaceutical brotherhood cult family? And why is our male hero so angry that the town banned plastic straws? I mean, he's not angry for the right reasons. He's angry for the fact that he's a man and he can't drink anything out of a paper straw. It's been an hour and we're moving along with In Her Pumpkin Patch, but I want to show y'all my little sweater. I designed these sweaters. You can still buy them on Bonfire. I'll link it below. 100% of the proceeds go to climate crisis organizations. They're super comfortable and super warm. People seem to be enjoying them, which is really cool. I'm going to make something similar to this for Christmas holiday season. So if you don't like Halloween, then that's an option. Anyway, I'm gonna have a bit of Pepsi is so powerful. Actually, what I'm gonna do is grab a physical book and go take a bath. Now, will a bath make me fall asleep? Hard to say, but I want to read A Witch Please. This is a book I bought, gosh, when it came out. Seems to be like a modern witch story, which, you know, I feel like is the popular thing right now, which I love. Like, I love that this is now like the thing, the genre that people are getting into. Look at the back of my head. All right, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna take a bath. I'm gonna read this. I'm starting to get a little sleepy. I know it's only 11, but that's how I am. So it's currently midnight. I started reading, Witch Please, and it's fine. I don't know, it's okay. It's not really doing it for me the way that like The X-Hex and Payback's a Witch and even 3 Letters to Witches, which comes out in January, that I read earlier this year as an ARC. Those books were giving me more. I, though, am gonna kind of do something a little different, which is I'm gonna go to bed now and I'm gonna get up really early. That is my plan. I'm more of a morning bird anyway, so you'll get to see me groggy in the morning is what I'm thinking. I do actually have stuff to do tomorrow, so this is gonna be the funny thing about this 24-hour readathon is that I'm gonna get some sleep and I have stuff to do tomorrow, so we're gonna try to make this work and try to get lots of reading done, but we shall see. That is what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna wind down, I'm gonna get some much needed sleep, and I will see y'all at like 6 in the morning. I'm gonna maybe do 6 in the morning. Do I have any words? Yes. It is 5:30. I set my alarm for 5:30. Okay, yeah, so it's 5:30. Tiredness. Definitely could sleep more, but that's not the point of this video, now is it? My air mattress did not really survive the night because I don't think I locked it great. So by this morning, 5 this morning, I was pretty deflated, which is funny, but I've reflated, so that's good. I am going to sit here and I am going to listen to In Her Pumpkin Patch. I don't think I can read a book physically yet, but we are moving in that direction every minute of the moment of the day. It's been 45 minutes. I talk, I yawn. In Her Pumpkin Patch moves at the pace of a carriage where all the wheels have fallen off. What's that metaphor? Carriage with the wheel. It's very fast, and wild. As I've mentioned, listening to this book sleep deprived is like a total trip. The euphemisms. The book is both very tongue-in-cheek and also very not. It's like 7:15. I'm gonna make coffee. Also, this is what I just propped my phone on. She's so cute. I love her. She's the best. Look at her face. First time I've really agreed with the main character besides the fact she loves Halloween. She is baffling to me. Her career choices. Anyway, point being, she said that the only fries she really truly loves are shoestring fries. and I also feel that way. I'm like, shoestring fries or steak fries. Nothing in between does it for me the same way. I truly can't get over the fact that them buying plastic straws out of state resulted in the mayor or police chief or something confiscating them. Like they were contraband. I mean, I get they're illegal, but that's one of the most wild things I've ever heard. I mean, I think we all know at this point that plastic straws are partially an accessibility issue. We're not going to, by the virtue of not using plastic straws, save the planet, you know, much larger issue than plastic straws could ever solve. But just to go that far, like you have nothing else to do as the mayor / police chief than to take someone's plastic straws. One thing to note, this book has quite a lot of internalized and externalized fat phobia. Wow. What is with indie, because I'm assuming this is indie, because I think it's indie, like indie romances either being like really progressive or like this. Like I don't get it. Y'all are probably so sick of this angle, but I'm so tired. It is comfortable. It is 8:41. I think I have like 2 to 3 hours left of In Her Pumpkin Patch, the book full of euphemisms, vibes, and drama. I have 2 things to do this morning. One of them is close my eyes. I have 2 things to do this morning that are going to stop my reading. One of which is I have to go to the doctor, and I love it. It's at 11:40, so I'm hoping like at the doctor I can read a little bit on my phone. I want to start an ebook. Like I said, I want to read 3 books today. Also get some food while I'm out. Hopefully that will like re-energize me. This book has 2 narrators. We have a woman narrator and a man narrator. And the woman narrator, she's delightful. The man narrator, he's okay, but when he's doing her voice, she sounds like this.
I just like it. It's so nice. I love Halloween and pumpkin spice lattes.
When the guy finds out that his lady has lied to him, he says, "It's all been a trick. She has tricked me." But what if he said, "She has tricked me," and then later he goes, "Now she has treated me." I need to go to bed. There's an old lady in this book. I put on row clothes. Do we care? I don't think any of us care. There's a lady in this book who her voice goes, "I don't care what your mama used to say. I know how you run. I know how you act." Literal like giggles and nausea are just sitting in my stomach. I got it this time. "I'm not gonna sit." That's how she sounds. I finished In Her Pumpkin Patch. It's 10:45. That was a bad book. That was like probably the worst of these kind of books that I have read, which are like Halloween spicy romance. Like the best is the Cottage and Pumpkin and Vine series, and that one's even kind of a mess sometimes. Incredibly long and incredibly bad. Levels of bad. Didn't like a single character. A lot of fat phobia that happened in this book. It felt really dated. The euphemisms were terrible. Even the conflict, like she's writing this article about this polygamous cult family her boyfriend just got out of and is getting all of his brothers out of. And she decides to not write it because she's fallen in love with him. And he's only mad at her for like 3 seconds. It's like, if you're gonna do that, he should be mad for longer. I don't know. It was horrible, but I was entertained. I will say, for transparency's sake, I did skip the epilogue. Because frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn. So now, as I mentioned, I have a thing. I have to go to the doctor thing. So what am I going to do, you might ask? Probably gonna start another audiobook. I would like to spend my afternoon physically reading and trying to like get through the two things that I want to read physically. I don't know if it's gonna happen. I might have to like bring in an audiobook in there, but we're gonna try. But I want to read Death by Pumpkin and Spice or something. This is a cozy mystery. It's on like every list of best cozy mysteries, and I don't know, it just looks like it's gonna be fun. And I've never read a cozy mystery, so it's time. This cover, this just is like, script isn't working. So instead, until this little baby starts working, I can listen to this little weird book cover book. I am going to read a little bit of an arc. I'm gonna read on my phone when I'm waiting at the doctor, and that is Not the Witch You Wed. I'm kind of thinking that I will either finish this book or I will finish Not the Witch You Wed from these two. Not really entirely sure which one, but they're very similar kind of vibes. Obviously, modern day witches. I will say that I had read the first page of Not the Witch You Wed a couple days ago, and it was much more intriguing than the first page of this. Or the first like 15 pages of this. So that's where I'm at. I'm sick of reading books where the main character is a witch, but she is the dead witch. She is the witch with no powers, or her powers are less strong. I want a powerful witch main character. I don't want to have to read it like develop. That's so boring to me. Tired, physically, mentally, magically. Putting on my shoes. I read more of The Witch You Wed, got into it. Loving it so much. This is so much fun. It's about like a society of like magical people, whatever, supernatural people, and there's like a system, you know what I mean, all that good stuff. Anyway, point being, our main character is a triplet, which I love, and as I mentioned, she's the only triplet who can't really do magic, and she's at a ski lodge because one of her sisters is taking over her grandmother's role as like queen bee witch. So we love that, and they're at a ski lodge, and she runs into this hot guy, and the hot guy, guess what, he's a werewolf, and he also happens to be her high school enemy, her like childhood nemesis, who also, of course, you know, is her ex because they dated their senior year of high school, but his daddy, who sucks, was like, you guys can't be together, I'm assuming. So she hates him. I love a second chance. It feels like so many of these like witch romances have that element of like teenagers who have dated or had a crush on each other, and there's like some element of them having to like get back together, you know, resolve things, whatever. So that's fun. I enjoy that. Okay, I'm gonna go to the doctor. I'm gonna read more. We're gonna see. Hopefully I'm not gone that long. It's properly chilly right now. And script is working, so I put on Death by Pumpkin and Spice, so I'm gonna listen to that on the way. Reading. I'm so tired. That's cute. I got here so early. I thought it was gonna take longer. I thought there'd be more lunch traffic. There wasn't. I think this is so funny that every book like this always has people who hate pumpkin spice. That's the only thought I have. I'm good and I'm healthy and I'm okay. Yay! That makes me feel better. What am I talking about? I'm losing my mind. They had to do blood work, and I haven't really eaten, as you guys know, or slept very much, so I feel so weird. So I'm gonna safely drive and get some food and go to my apartment and eat my food and be happy and merry. Good news is that I did read a bunch of The Witch You Wed. I got to like 15-20%, which is pretty good. So, and I'm really enjoying it. She got Taco Bell. I feel like Emma loves Taco Bell. Also, during COVID lockdown, Emma would send me selfies of her getting Taco Bell. And I'm gonna update y'all in a little bit. It's currently 1:49. It took a while. I knew it was gonna take a while at the doctor, but you know, we do what we have to do to check up on ourselves and make sure we're all good. Okay. Where am I gonna start? So, Death by Pumpkin Spice, Death by whatever, first cozy mystery I've ever listened to. Honestly, super similar to the indie romances, Halloween romances I've been reading in terms of like the tone, but it's interesting, it's fun. This is the third in a series. I obviously didn't read the first two, but basically this woman owns like a coffee shop and I think solved some sort of mystery and keeps getting, you know, connected to death. Anyway, so she's going to a Halloween party in, you know, the pouring rain at night with this man that she met who's a rich doctor, and it's like a really expensive Halloween party. So that seems to be what's going on there. In terms of this book, The Witch You Wed, oh, I love it. I love it. This is so good so far. It's, like I said, very similar to like the X-Hex or Payback's a Witch in terms of like the magic system, but this magic system has like shifters and not just werewolves like the main guy. We're talking like lion shifters and panthers and bears and eagles, which is cool. Succubuses, succubi, I guess. Also guardian angels. You see that crow? That's me. So here for the fact that this woman has 3 love interests. You go, girl. Update, one of the love interests is not a love interest. He's her stalking ex-boyfriend. So I was incorrect. But 2 is pretty good. 2 is pretty good. Remember this wig from my Practical Magic vlog? Well, it still looks bad, but I think it works okay for this Wednesday Addams moment, right? Murder by Pumpkin Spice, whatever, is great so far. Enjoying it. Cozy mystery vibes. Definitely there. I mean, I don't have anything to compare it to, but I finished Death by Pumpkin Spice. It was fine. I liked it actually. It reminded me a lot of watching like a TV show, especially because I delved into this series at the 3rd book, so things had already been established, mostly the dynamic between like the detective from the police and the amateur detective lady friend who owns the coffee shop. Fun, very much a whodunit, mystery, Halloween-y, cute. I enjoyed it. Was the mystery surprising? No, it was not. It was, I would say, probably the least surprising thing I've ever read. I'm gonna have pizza. Now, I have 4.5 hours left. It's 5:30. I don't think I'm gonna read 4 books. I never really thought I was gonna read 4 books. I thought I was gonna read 3. I think we're gonna make 3. I want to finish reading The Witch You Wed because I'm enjoying that one, and I'd like to like read 1 book for this video that I like really enjoyed. So that is the plan. I'm gonna make this pizza. I'm gonna have a little break from consuming content. And you might be wondering, are you tired? Yes. I should also note, Not The Witch You Wed comes out, I think, in January. I'm gonna put when it comes out down below so y'all can know. What is going on here? Okay, well, the dishes. It's 7. I gotta get to reading. Today, right now, with this wine flowing through me, is the first time that I have not wanted to fall asleep where I'm sitting. So, progress. I don't want to give, I look so rough. This is the 24-hour part of this, the like only sleeping for 4.5 hours. What was I saying? I don't want to give too much away about this book because, as I've mentioned a million times, it comes out this winter, but the stakes of this umbrella just freaked me out. Anyway, the stakes are very high here. Like, the reason that they're in this situation, like it's built into the world building. Fake dating, I think sometimes can feel really contrived and feel really silly and feel like the stakes are not there, you know? But I feel it here and I appreciate that. Once Halloween is over very soon, should I just leave him up for Christmas? Thoughts in the comments, please. Just ignore that, it adds to the effect, right? The 24-hour effect. Should I pose for a thumbnail like this? Something that I really like about this book that is different than the X-Hex and Payback's a Witch is that magic is a part of society, like sort of in the way that like X-Men are, except for they're not ostracized. And the main guy character, he's an alpha wolf, an alpha guy in his little pack. He is like a celebrity. Like there's tabloids about him and like paparazzi. I think that's really fun and really entertaining, and I like the way that they've done that. My voice sounds troubled, doesn't it? Look, the makeup's gone. Okay, it's 10. I did it. I finished The Witch You Wed like 10 minutes ago. I really liked it. I'm gonna talk about it tomorrow. I'll do a little wrap up tomorrow morning. I can't do one right now. I'm so tired. Today was such a whirlwind. Oh my gosh, my hair. The hair journey alone was such a whirlwind. Anyway, I will see y'all tomorrow and we can wrap up this 24-hour moment. I guess it really wasn't 24, it was like 19 or 18 or 20. So I was too tired yesterday to tell y'all about the last book that I finished for this 24-hour readathon, which is The Witch You Wed. It's not The Witch You Wed. I say The Witch You Wed, it's not The Witch You Wed. Apologies, it's not The Witch You Wed. Not. I really loved this. I would encourage anyone who enjoys romance, but specifically enjoyed, like I said, the X-Hex and Payback's a Witch, to pick up The Witch You Wed when it comes out next year. It had great world building, found family, a great hate to love, second chance, fake dating in a really fun way, a super exciting plot. This is very plot heavy in a fun way, and a great setup for this whole world and other books past this world. My favorite thing about this book was the world building. I really enjoyed the romance and the found family, but the world building was so cool. It was so well done, and I really enjoyed the way magic and supernatural creatures were integrated into regular society. It had a lot of breadth to it, and I just had a really great time reading this book. It was so much fun. I think it's going to stick with me for a while, so I would definitely pick this up. Okay, so to wrap up this experience, I was very tired, as y'all saw. I read 3 Halloween books, got them in under the wire for this spooky Halloween season. I'm not super upset that I ended up not reading Witch Please, because it didn't excite me too much. I'll probably get to it eventually, but what I did read was a trip. The first 2 books, y'all saw my thoughts. Didn't love them, but ended up really loving The Witch You Wed, so I would say that worked out. Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this little video, and I hope y'all have a really happy Halloween. I'm going as Princess Peach.